I had been in the office for a couple of weeks, and I walked into this estimator's office one day, and this gentleman was standing there, and he reached out his hand and said, "Hi, what's your name?" "I'm Andy Clark."
Andrew Clark is the executive chairman and company founder of Clark Builders, one of Western Canada's leading construction companies and ranked among the 50 best managed. Although headquartered in Edmonton, Clark Builders maintains a strong presence in the north, where it all began.
His career started up in Yellowknife and other northern communities, building various projects up there. Very challenging environment. You have to be really resilient and determined and focused to be able to function up there. And he certainly is that kind of a guy.
He was willing to go where the work was, and he knew the Northwest Territories was a good place to go, and learned a lot about cold weather construction, which really has been a big strong point for Clark Builders over the many years.
We had to learn everything from scratch. We didn't have a manual, we didn't have a board, we didn't have anybody else to lean on, so we learned as we grew. And I think his ability to see things differently than me, we complemented each other in that regard.
Over the next 40 years, the business expanded, while under Andy's leadership, Clark Builders established a firm foundation for the next generation of leaders to continue to grow and diversify.
The man is just pure optimism, and he genuinely believes, that he can create opportunity where others can't.
There was a project a number of years ago for Northlands that all of our competition had said couldn't be done. And so Andy spoke with our estimators and with our business development people and with our operations people and pooled the resources of the company and said, "I think we can do this, and here's how." And we not only did it, we did it swimmingly well, and it really set the stage for all of the things we've been doing in Edmonton for the last 15 years.
Giving back is not only important to Andy, it's a philosophy of the whole Clark Builders family.
Doesn't matter what level of the organization or what you do, you need to be here to give back. And it's a value. It's not talked about. It's not up on the wall, but it's something that's important. It's cultural.
Andy and I are currently working on a project in Burundi in Africa that will bring water to thousands of people. Andy has also helped with work in the Dominican Republic. He has helped with work in Ethiopia. Andy didn't have to learn how to give. Andy had it within him.
Clark Builders is built on a foundation of integrity, one great person and one great project at a time. For Andy, people have always come first.
One of the traits I can think of that's most amazing about him is that he is a character builder. He really believes in the power of people.
He's always taken a genuine interest in people and their well-being and their happiness and their family. And he's built a business that's it's all about the people. You know, we build projects, but what we really do is we invest in people, and it comes from Andy's leadership style and what he's ingrained into the culture 41 years ago.
If you're with Andy, you're the most important guy in the world to him. And that's a really unique trait that he has.
He cares deeply about his employees. He cares deeply about his family. And when we talk about the CB family, we interact like a family, and that really is because of Father Andy, you know.
In 2013, Andy put on his tool belt for the first time in years to work alongside his unsuspecting workforce for an episode of Undercover Boss Canada.
The one question I've been asked a lot is, was that really Andy? Like, how much of that was acting and how much of that was Andy? That was Andy. That's who he is. Now, he doesn't always have the soft moments. He can also be very determined. And when he has that kind of determination and focus, he goes for it. There is no stopping him.
He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he does what he thinks is right every step of the way.
You know, he started Clark Builders up in Yellowknife 42 years ago with nothing. And, you know, today we're of significant size, and that's all just, you know, Andy's belief that we can do these things, that you have to look for the opportunity, you have to look for good people, you reward them, and you build it one good person at a time. So, you know, there's obviously character traits that Andy has, but I think he's just being genuine. He's just Andy Clark.
Please welcome 2015 inductee into the Alberta Business Hall of Fame. From Clark Builders, Andrew Clark.